One of the things that you seem to like to talk about an awful lot are ideas that it seems to me that you like to help people see that they've been maybe misinformed on a subject. I mean, you write a lot about education and how the sort of college system is broken and other things like that. I mean, what makes are these just truths you discover and you think that they've been misled? Do you think there are truths that other people just haven't dug in so hard to figure out? Or what makes you so interested in sharing, these opinions that when I read them, they seem like common sense, yet not always common knowledge. Obviously, in some of your belief systems, I think most of us reading it who sort of believe, let's say, down the middle would feel like you push the envelope on both sides, which is what's interesting about it. But what makes you want to share these ideas that aren't always, that seem like they're hidden beneath the surface, but they seem pretty logical when you explain them?
Well, two reasons. One is people, there's trillions of dollars every year spent on, or let's say hundreds of billions spent on advertising. So when you think about an election, and I'm saying that because it's election day when we're talking, and it's obviously in everyone's mind, why was it the case that $10 billion was spent on this election, mostly with advertising? And it's because either people don't know the messages of the candidates, or the candidates want to manipulate their message so that you believe what they want you to believe so that you vote for them. And I'm not accusing them of this. This happens in banking. This happens in, hey, a diamond is a girl's best friend. It's just an advertising slogan. I don't know any woman where they say, oh, my best friend is a diamond. Like, it's just a marketing slogan. And, the diamond industry, of course, is manipulated by, one or two companies, an oligopoly. And so it's their incentive to spend a lot of the extra money they make keeping that marketing machine going. Same thing with the housing industry. Oh, owning a home is the American dream. Not really. You can not own a home and still live a great life in the US, maybe even a better life, because you're not as stressed about maintenance and property taxes and paying back this huge debt and on and on and on, or you don't get as worried in a financial crisis or a pandemic or whatever. So it's good to know what is the truth versus what's the signal versus the noise. And I feel like I have a skill at doing that, built up over 20 years of doing this style of writing. And I love writing. Like, if I write, oh, here's the time I went broke and here's how I bounced back. Well, nobody was writing that in 2010. Everybody was saying, oh, I know, I'm so smart. I know that Apple's stock is going to go up. I'm so smart. I'm going to tell you that there's going to be a crash next year. Well, here's someone who has had highs and lows. I've been a hedge fund manager. I've been an entrepreneur. I've been a financial pundit on CNBC, but also I've gone broke several times, and it's really depressing, and it's okay to admit it, and it's okay to try to bounce back. And here's how you bounce back. Oh, sorry. Here's how you make something of yourself so that maybe you can protect yourself a little bit against failing again, or maybe you could switch careers. And again, like I said earlier, and this is related to my book, Skip the Line, coming out. Oh, you're 40 years old, you're 45, you're 55, you're 60. You can't switch careers. What do you think you're doing? No, I can do whatever I want. And here's some techniques this guy wrote so that I could literally skip the line and end up in the top 1% of my field and start monetizing the things that I love. Better late than never. I always think, like, I have about 30 Thanksgivings left on this planet, just 30. And what else am I going to do for those 30 Thanksgivings? Am I going to talk about doing things and jobs that I don't like? Or am I going to say, hey, I finally got a chance to write that novel, to do stand-up comedy, to create that business, to hang out and do, snorkeling with these friends, instead of just trying to be, get a promotion at my job and get, more insurance and more, whatever. So this is more about giving permission to others to do the things that I like to do as well, which is following my passions and getting good at them.